is up, everyone? Let's talk about location. Now this is the biggest thing when it comes to owning and having a cargo van business. Now I help people all across the country, and the reason I wanted to do this video is so if someone stumbles upon this when they're looking into this, they can go, let me think about it. Because there's people who will take your money for consultation calls, for their program, whatever you want to call it, and they don't give a flying shit about your location. They do not care. That's the big reason I stay doing this. I still am in the logistics field quite a bit with marketing and helping people with their businesses. So that's why I stick with it too, and I continue to help people. Now I do a lot of other things as an entrepreneur. If you're first time watching this, I have several different sources of revenue, and like one is editing videos for people, making money on YouTube, Facebook monetized. On this gas app, I make pretty good money. I got 2 promotional deals. The reason I'm saying that is because like I want people to expand their mind when they look into this. Don't just think it's one thing and that's it. But let's get back to location. Let's talk about location. Hit me up. Where are you located? You know, and that's why like the first thing I say to people, because I get a lot of that, hey, how much for a consultation? I say, no, I don't charge that. I understand why people do. It's a hustle. Don't knock hustles because, you know, but I just personally, I mean, people's lives are at stake. Your livelihood is at stake. It's not just a game. It's not just playful. See, me, I live in Minnesota, so my area was great for it, local and regional, over the road. Great place to start and finish. It was just perfect. But now, let's talk about it. I mean, there's so many, but the reason there's so many locations, the Midwest is the best. If you're in, because what I did was mainly what I would bounce around Chicago, Detroit, Indianapolis, Iowa was, you know, that could get sketchy, but it was good. Nebraska I would hit quite a bit. Tennessee, I love Tennessee. I love Nashville, Tennessee. The loads were insane. But obviously as you go south, the market's a little cheaper. But still it averages out as you get back to the north or whatever you're doing. The East Coast is medium, and the West Coast is danger zone. I mean, you'll make money with the miles, but that's why it all depends too. Like with location, it depends on your life situation. Like if you're somebody who's a single dude or a retired trucker, perfect. Like if you don't have anything like, oh, I need to be home at 7 on Sunday, you know, oh my gosh, like that's why I'm saying, I have 4 kids and 1 on the way. I've been with my wife 13 years. Like, so for me, I couldn't just be on the road all the time. Like, it wouldn't work. Our relationship would crumble. But that's why I did the 4 or 5 days out, and then I did local too. I did do over the road and have fun with it. But that's why I tell people location is key, and your life situation and what you're wanting to do. Like, that's why, like, I hope people stumble on my videos that are explaining the whole, like, this is not a business for just anyone. It's not a business for just anyone who wants freedom, because that's the big reason I did it too, is for freedom. But then it opened my mind, so now I have ultimate freedom. I never have to go into work or do anything I don't want to do. That's why I changed my reality, and that's why I'm making money in all these other avenues, all these other ways, right? So I wanted to talk about location and how key it is. Now, but that's where it depends on what you're trying to do, because like, let's say you, like I said, I advocate mainly for people who are truckers, ex-truckers, or, but if you're in the Midwest, local is not bad. But I advocate for people who just like literally want to just go cruise and they don't have really a reason to be somewhere. I mean, I know people that I've helped they live in their van. I mean, they got AC, heat. What a sick experience just traveling, and because they have nowhere to be. So like, if you get stuck in a dead zone, it's not even a big deal. Or like, that's why I'm saying location is key. Because like, let's say you're not in the best area, and you can comment, because like, I don't want to list off. You know, the United States is huge. That's why I gave a rough like what the market's like in the places that I've been all over. I've been pretty much everywhere in the United States. But here's the thing. It all depends on what you're trying to do. That's why, like, when people, I want to start don't get stuck on the dream of just like having freedom. There's so many businesses you could start, but it depends on your scenario if this is the right business. It depends on your financial situation. Like, see me, and there's no ego about it, but I came from nothing. If you haven't watched my channel, I've been to prison. I've been homeless, living in cars. So let's just get the baseline. I've worked my way up in life, doing things, buying houses, flipping them, all the things that I've done that have accumulated into where I had the funds to buy my van outright. I had the funds to just like, I put like $1,500 into my van. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say these things. And I know there's people though who start from scratch. Like my buddy Alan, I'm sure some of you watch him on YouTube. He was the same, but he has a similar history of mine, but he flat out, just like worked his way up, didn't have the finances, and kept working his way up and made the dream work. So it's not that you can't, you can 100%, but he made it his life. Do you understand me? Like, people who are just like, will go and lease a van and then just like go for it, or they'll listen to some Yahoo who tells them fucking, yep, you got it. Here, pay me my consultation fee, or pay me for my program, or whatever the fuck. And then they don't care. You know what I'm saying? I have people that reach out to me and say, oh my God, dude, you've told me everything these motherfuckers told me, and oh my God, I can't believe this. But I'm not even in a good area, you're telling me, right? And I'm like, right. I would have told you not to do it. Because a lot of these people, what I know is like, it's all a money grab, and that's fine. But the reason I'm saying this to you is they're doing it all for personal gain. Like, I make money on social media. Cool. It's one of my hustles, but I also just enjoy helping people. Like, my main thing for social media, like, I'm making money with my music through social media. I'm making money through my family videos on social media. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But my main reason to do it is to put out positive energy and to help others, because the biggest thing to me is when I help people with recovery, like, because I have some freestyles right now about recovery that are going crazy, and that's awesome. That's what I care, getting that out, getting inspirational stuff out. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because that's my character. That's why I do this the way I do it. I went away for a little bit of talking about this because I needed a break. And then I came back because a lot of people were like, dude, you need to be doing this, because I'm genuine. I'll tell you anything that I know. I can give you any advice I know. And all platforms, you can reach out to me on all platforms. Instagram messaging, Facebook messaging. I have like 5 different Facebook pages. Like, there's the professional pages and then my personal one. And I'm a digital creator on there, so I can't, like, you can reach out to me. That's the way it works, where you can't be private at all, which that's a whole thing. But anyways, so here's what I'm saying. Really, 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 location, what you're willing to do, how much you want to spend. Like, do you have the finances? Do you have them? Because I have so many people that still talk to me when they didn't have finances at the beginning, but they listened to a Yahoo who told them it was going to be a great thing. And then all of a sudden they're like, what do I do? I will tell you flat out, this is your life. This isn't like, because some people probably like don't think the financial part as much, because like these Yahoos are going to amp you, and I am all about motivation. I am, but I'm going to realistically talk to you about it. First thing I'll talk about is location. I'll talk about your family situation, your life situation, what you're trying to do, what you're willing to do, all these things before I'm like, but I get it. These other motherfuckers, I've heard people have told me, they'll flat out be like, hey, I don't have time, which I understand. I try my best to get to my messages and all that because, I'm so busy, but I do. And then when I do, I'll sit down and I'll go through them all. I'm trying to get better at that, but here's what I'm saying. Be careful out there. There are people on YouTube that don't give a shit about your life. They'll pretend they're going to, oh, yeah, I'm so, I just want to help. No, dude, they don't care, dude. They just want that money, bro. And I understand a hustle, but I don't like the vibe of capitalizing over people who, you know, are desperate to, you know, get out of their work situation, or desperate to, you know, that's why Gary Vee, the person who I've followed, I didn't even know he thinks like this too, or talks about it. He says you shouldn't even be asking shit from your followers and subscribers. That's why it's cool when people do send me money through that little heart on my videos. That's awesome. That means a lot to me. And because there are people who are like, wait, you're not going to make me pay for our conversation? I'm like, no. And then they're just like, I'm sending you money. Can I send? I'm like, yeah, there's the heart on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I do this genuinely. But that's why I want to talk about location. Not trying to get off topic, because all this is part of it. But yeah, location is key. Hit me up. Say where you're from. And then talk about what you got going on. What's your hangups on wondering if this is right for you? Yeah, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to. If you don't want to, I'm glad you're just rocking with me. Top link in the description is that gas app. I've saved up to $2.76 on gas before on it per gallon. It's a great gas app, and that's why like I do it, and it's free. Literally, you just download it, and it's promotional gas stations. You can do it if you want, but if you're gonna own this business, dude, you can make some good money on there, and we've used it for groceries quite a bit. That's what I mean, another hustle. Everyone have a blessed day, and oh yeah, keep hustling.
I get blue collar paychecks, ayy.